The renewed buzz about Telangana is taking place with the Congress core group meeting on the issue today. This is what Andhra Pradesh Congress in charge Digvijay Singh had to say after the meeting.
As I told you in the afternoon, the consultation process is over. Now you should await the decision of the party and the UPA government.
So a clear message there, the consultation process is over and a decision will be taken. What that decision will be, that continues to be the big question. Now, sources have suggested that the Congress top brass may carve out a new state, but whether this is actually what's going to happen is the big question. Now, of course, those four United Andhra have also been having separate meetings. Today, let's go over to Uma Sudhir, who joins us now for more on the story. Uma, once again, Digvijay Singh reiterating what we heard him say earlier in the day. The consultations are over, a decision will be taken. The big question, of course, which way will the decision go? There's a lot of political pressure coming in from both sides.
As usual, as with the Congress, Kajuri, this was really another anticlimax, yet another anticlimax, I would say, because yet again people were expecting that after he said in the afternoon that process of consultation is over, it's time for decision, it's now to be taken, and that the people should await a decision from the party. They were expecting that at least a date for the Congress Working Committee, which has been authorized to finally take a call on bifurcation or keeping the state united, that date at least would be announced. But the fact that that did not happen seems to indicate two things, Kajuri. One, that whether the Congress is coming under pressure from the leaders of Coastal and Rayalaseema who are really camping there in Delhi and also exerting pressure on the leadership, or two, the Congress leadership wants to...
We also have Sunil Prabhu joining us for more on this story. Sunil, we're talking right now about what the implications from this meeting appear to be. While Mr. Digvijay Singh really did mince his words, what do you think is going to happen from the messages coming out of the Congress camp?
Well, I think there are two things that we need to keep in mind. Firstly, the fact was that Mrs. Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, has been the one who has been really reluctant to take a political call about creating a separate state. There have been many meetings, and this has of course been a vexed issue for the UPA government since December 9. But I think this afternoon it was conveyed in a very categorical terms, both by Mr. Digvijay Singh as well as Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad, to the state leaders, to the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh as well as the Deputy Chief Minister, to convey it back to their respective people, that Sonia Gandhi is keen on creating a separate state for Telangana, carving it out from Andhra Pradesh. Now, of course, they will wait for that counter reaction because naturally the Andhra leaders will be upset. They want to test the waters at the stage, and of course they will delay that public announcement because, as Mr. Digvijay Singh, and you have to read between the lines for what he said, we will wait for the party and for the UPA government. A decision has been taken. It has to be endorsed by the CWC. They will try to get, of course, various Andhra leaders to come around. That's the reason why they had made that cabinet expansion, given some senior leaders cabinet berths. They understand either way. If they take a state of creating a separate state or not giving a separate state would be a big issue. But I think the final political call has been that Sonia Gandhi has finally decided to take a decision, and now of course that has been conveyed to the state leadership of the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister this afternoon. The core committee today of course deliberated about the timing. While everybody says it's a matter of timing, we must understand that there are local elections. As Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad told NDTV at least 2 months ago that they will wait for the local elections to get over before any decision is taken. Apart from that, we must remember that there is a parliament session that is underway. The government of the day needs to pass the food security bill ordinance, with the Andhra MPs already threatening to resign. They cannot allow that to be a casualty. So all these things will have to be taken into account, and it's not that by making that announcement or making that decision by the UPA government, or for that matter by the CWC, the state will be given. It's a long process, it's a constitutional process, and just to inform our viewers, it requires a cabinet decision and no less than the President of India to advise and request the State Assembly to take a call and give its advice before, of course, both houses of parliament take a decision. So it's a lengthy process, it's a cumbersome process, and at this stage the political call, of course, has been taken to sound out the leaders of Andhra Pradesh about a separate state, how they go about it, and what the backlash is now that they will have to wait and test.
Right, Sunil, let's go back to Uma with the information that Sunil has just given us. Uma, you were talking about how for years it's just been a matter of discussion, and now it seems there's going to be more talks if a process of consultation is going to take place. But this time there's one key difference, as Sunil was pointing out, and that is that clearly they're going to be sounding them out about the way, the direction that has been chosen.
Kajari, as I was mentioning, the fact that in the afternoon, Digvijay Singh mentioned that a decision is going to be taken soon. There was expectation that the CWC date, meeting for the CWC date at least would be announced. Now this, the fact that Digvijay Singh only chose to repeat what he said in the afternoon is being interpreted in two ways. One, whether the Congress leadership really has come under pressure from the coastal and Rayalaseema central ministers as well as state ministers, MPs and MLAs who are camping in Delhi and in fact threatening to resign, sending feelers to the Congress leadership that they are not going to take this lying down. Whether that was only political posturing or a pressure tactic, that is one thing. Second, as Sunil was mentioning, yes, of course, till July 31, Panchayat elections will be on here, and they don't want a law and order issue before that to come up in the state. And 3 August 5 is when the parliament session starts. So it is also being thought that possibly in the first week before parliament session begins, the CWC may sit and have its meeting. We do understand that there is going to be movement of central forces, paramilitary forces also to different locations, perhaps Hyderabad and also the coastal and Rayalaseema areas to avert any possible outbreak of violence. One must remember that the Congress leadership does not want to be embarrassed yet again, and that's the reason why it would choose to act very, very carefully. That's why it's reaching out to every section, every leader, and individually saying that they must abide by the party decision. So they don't want the pressure to develop. They want to be very careful before announcing the decision, ensure that there is no open revolt, and if possible, maybe political posturing, but no open revolt that will force the leadership to reverse a decision publicly taken yet again. Kajuri.
Thank you so much, Uma and Sunil, for joining us with those details. Sunil Prabhu and Uma Sudhir, they're reporting on what is likely to happen as far as the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh into the separate state of Telangana is concerned after that key meeting took place. Clearly, a direction has been chosen, but a long way to go before Telangana may exist.